Okay, here are questions that chaplains get asked. What is a chaplain? I get asked this question all the time. I'll be at Walmart or somewhere and I'll be wearing a chaplain shirt, and someone says, I just don't know what a chaplain is. And a chaplain is basically a priest or a minister who volunteers to give spiritual help to an organization. Do you get paid? Well, not for being a chaplain. The chaplain positions for most police and fire departments are going to be unpaid volunteers. And that's okay. We relish the fact that there's a lot of diversity in our chaplains. There's chaplains from all different walks. Not everybody has been law enforcement previously. Not everybody's been military previously. And as an outsider, we offer a little bit different perspective than what peer support and department psychiatrists can offer. We can give some help that comes from a different angle. And so it's a good thing that we're outside of the command structure, outside of promotions and all that kind of thing, outside of the office politics. It is a nice thing sometimes to be insulated from the department that we serve. Will you be my friend on Facebook? In a word, yes. The chaplains come in all different varieties. We have male and female, black and white, all different types of chaplains. But all chaplains are old, at least old at heart. And so we're going to approach Facebook like your grandmother approaches Facebook. So yes, we will be your friend. And yes, we will like everything you post. And yes, we will comment with way too many emojis. Why? Because your grandma and your chaplain love you. What does a chaplain do? Well, in my scenario, the chaplains do two primary jobs. The first one is short-term care to people in crisis. And so at the scene of a homicide or a suicide or some other mass casualty event or something like that, a chaplain can come along after being paged through dispatch. We would show up and be directed to maybe the family members of the victim. And we can then provide comfort. We can help to bring calm and peace. Sometimes we can explain things or bring people to the right person to get an answer if answers are available at that point. We pray with them. We can encourage them. Sometimes we even do follow-up later. But typically for people at the scene of a crisis, the pastoral job is a short-term role. Now, we also have a long-term relationship then with the police officers and the firefighters, because even though you see the victims of crime and how they're traumatized, they're not the only ones being traumatized. Those police officers and firefighters, they see the dismembered bodies, or they see the distraught children or something like that, and that has a toll on them. And so we try as chaplains to develop a long-term relationship where we are there to provide support and comfort and aid when someone wants to reach out and ask for help from a chaplain. Does your car have a siren? Where I'm at, our city provides a vehicle, looks like a police car, that we use on a rotational basis. It gets handed off from one chaplain to the next, depending on who's on call. And it does look like a police car, but it does not have a siren. And we don't get to pull anybody over. That would be terrible. No, we don't do that. What else do chaplains do? Well, that's going to depend on the agency or the department that the chaplains volunteer for. But in our situation, chaplains provide multiple services, and that includes doing death notifications. A death notification is when someone has passed away and they've been identified. Usually a police officer and a chaplain will go to the residence of the next of kin, and we will inform them that the person's passed away. We also provide pastoral counseling. Most of our chaplains are very experienced pastoral counselors. Some of our chaplains have more advanced certifications and training in the area of counseling. But we provide lots of different ways to help our police officers and firefighters. Hey, chaplain, can you get out of the way? Yes, I can, Sergeant.